Now we move on to the second video of this section, making a box and whisker plot. In the previous video we learned about drawing barbs. In this video we're going to learn how to create a box and whisker plot using matplotlib. We'll first read data and labels from the processes directory into respective classes and then render the box whisker plot using the matplotlib function. Do you want to visualize a series of data measurements to show several properties of the data series, such as the median value, the spread of the data, and the distribution of the data in one plot? And would you want to do that in a way where you can visually compare several similar data series? How would you visualize them? Welcome to the box and whisker plot. Probably the best type for comparing distributions if you're talking to people used to information density. The box and whisker plot usage examples range from comparing test scores between schools to comparing process parameters before and after changes. What are the elements of box and whisker plots? As you can see in this diagram, we have several important elements that carry the information in the box and whisker plot. The first component is the box that carries information about the interquartile range going from lower to upper quartile values. The median value of the data is represented by a line across the box. The whiskers extend from the box on both sides, going from the first quartile, 25 percentile, to the last quartile, which is 75 percentile of the data. In other words, the whiskers extend 1.5 times from the base of the interquartile range. In the case of a normal distribution, whiskers will cover 99.3% of the total data range. If there are values outside the whiskers range, they will be displayed as flyers. Otherwise, the whiskers will cover the total range of the data. Optionally, the box can also carry information about confidence intervals around the median. This is represented by a notch in the box. This information can be used to indicate whether the data in the two series is of a similar distribution. However, this is not rigorous and is just an indication that can be visually inspected. In this video, you'll learn how to create a box and whisker plot using matplotlib. We'll perform these steps to achieve this goal. So we'll start with sampling some comparative process data, where a single integer number represents the occurrence of an error during the observed period of the running process. Then we'll read data from the processes directory into data. Next, we'll read labels from the processes directory into labels. And then we render the box and whisker plot using matplotlib.pyplot.boxplot. After this, we remove some chart junk from the figure, add axis labels, and finally we show the figure. We've designed the code as per these steps, so let us now understand how it works. The box and whisker plot is rendered by the first computing quartiles for the given data in the data class. These quartile values are used to compute lines to draw boxes and whiskers. We adjusted the plot, removing all the unnecessary lines, referring to superfluous lines as chart junk, as mentioned in the famous book, The Visual Display of Quantitative Information by Edward R. Tufte. Those lines do not carry information and just put more pressure on the mental models in a viewer's brain to decode all the lines before discovering the real valuable information. Let's now run this code to see the output. So we move on to the command line terminal and type the run command. As you can see, the figure generated by this code. Awesome! In this video we've used the box and whisker plot to visualize a series of data. In the next video, we'll learn about the creation of the Gantt chart using Python.